We have an article here from VideoGamesChronicle.com. Sony confirms it's delayed half of its 12 planned live service games. The company wants to ensure these games are enjoyed and liked by gamers for a long time. They had partnered with Bungie, the Destiny studio, earlier this year for a rigorous portfolio review process. During an earnings call on Thursday, Sony President, COO, and CFO Hiroki Totoki seemingly confirmed that this review had resulted in some games being pushed back due to quality concerns. They talk about we're reviewing this. The 12 titles, 6 titles will be released by fiscal year 2025. That's our current plan. As for the remaining 6 titles, we are still working on that. That's a total number of yada yada yada. Goes on, talks. On its face, I'm in favor of live service titles, as they call. I think it's a good way to make a lot of money. If you're a studio, if you can catch a hold of something and not become like predatory, because that's where it goes wrong. I think if you're selling cosmetics and things of that nature, and you have a really good gameplay loop and stuff, you can really, really be a success. And you can also have it blow up in your face. Now, at the same time, though, some people, they don't care. They just want to play the game. Like, for instance, Call of Duty Warzone, in my opinion, is an example of a bad live service game. The game, number one, all the Call of Duty titles are just over bloated in terms of their size, needing 200 megabytes or 200 gigabytes and shit like that and stuff. It's absolutely ridiculous. But then you also have, they would introduce like basically pay to win type things. Well, get this gun, get this suit, get this, get whatever it is. There was that outfit, costume, whatever you want to call it, that would basically make you invisible if you were in the right locale, essentially. And there's all kinds of other issues and yada yada yada. We can go on and on. I think an example of a live service game that does it right is Warframe, in my opinion, because I think that they do a really good job of making it where you don't have to buy this stuff if you don't want. Now, some people are still going to complain because people complain. That's just the way it is. But I think that there's ways to do it well and there's ways to do it wrong. It's a dangerous, so to speak, slope to walk on, or razor's edge to walk, or however you want to phrase it, because the potential is there to be a huge success. But most live service games aren't a huge success. The article goes on to mention, I'll link to the description box, you can read it for yourself. You're not really going to miss a whole lot. But they talk about among the 12 titles in development are Last of Us Online game, Horizon Online games, and original IP from PlayStation's London studio. No real surprise there, because those are two of their more successful franchises. If they could find a way to do a live service God of War game, they'd do that. But anyway, they talk about, speaking earlier this year, PlayStation Studios boss Herman Holst described how Bungie had become involved in all of its in-development live service games, yada yada yada, talks about all this stuff. We will also work with Bungie, blah blah, whatever. That's the end of the article. Like I said, I'll link in the description box. You can read it for yourself. It's mainly just fluffing them up and stuff. And everything. Historic card games are always work towards an end. And this is a large cultural shift. The launch of a game is just the beginning. It comes with a whole new set of key performance indicators. Yada yada. Like I said, you're not going to miss much if you don't read it. Although it probably wouldn't take you more than a few minutes to read the entire article. It's not very long. So I mean, if you want to read it, let me know what you think and stuff. Cool. I think this is interesting. As long as they don't abandon their single player stuff, that's what's going to bother most other fans. Like the live service stuff, if it's in addition to, that's fine. If they're just chasing the money and stuff, you're either gonna succeed and make money, or you're gonna fail and lose money. Either way, though, as long as they stick with their core gameplay, because you can complain about them, but they're pretty successful with a lot of their titles and stuff, whether you like them or not. But anyway, thank you very much for reading, or thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.